Welcome back to another edition of the Course Creation Incubator Podcast. I'm your host, Gina Onativia, here to get you excited about your course creation and your marketing and to help you build up the course-based business of your dreams. Now, if I sound more excited than usual, it's because my brain got a break. I got the opportunity to recover, and with that, I got the opportunity to feed my mind a little bit. And I've been reading this great book called Golden, which is about silence and finding the quiet in your life, whatever that means to you. Because silence isn't just golden, it's therapeutic, it's healing, it's cleansing. And that's why the authors, and it's by Justin Zorn and Lee Martz, I'll link to it in the show notes, want you to find what golden means to you, what the silence means to you. And in the book, Justin and Lee talk about that noise is stress. And when we don't mitigate the noise around us, we're just adding to our stress. And I don't know about you, but I definitely need to ease up on my stress that I'm feeling day in and day out. And I don't normally consider the sounds that are happening around me. So this is something I'm going to be working on over the next few months, figuring out what does silence mean to me. And I encourage you to do the same. And I'm going to do a podcast on this because this book has been so good. It's been calming for me and it's just been kind of zenning me out. So I've literally held on to this book for weeks now, and I definitely will do a future episode. Now, today, I want to talk about something that I feel like is important for anyone listening, and it's how to market yourself. Because as a course creator, as an online entrepreneur, you have to know how to talk yourself up and how to market yourself. And the reason I thought about doing this episode was I was on the playground. Well, I wasn't on the playground. I was watching Tristan, my son Tristan, on the playground, and we had a play date. Now, the cool thing about this play date was there was a number of different kids there. One of Tristan's friends' dads is a total connector. So he invited 4 or 5 different families to this playground. And I got to meet some dads for the first time, which is cool. And first and foremost, you're asking, okay, which one's yours, right? Oh, is it that kid eating dirt over there? And then inevitably, they ask you, what do you do for a living, right? Because they want to connect with you. So by the way, I feel like this comes up more with dads. If I was surrounded by moms, maybe not as much. But because it's me and a bunch of dads, and this dad was in between jobs, and he had just gone back to school and had been taking care of his 3 kids, his 3 boys during the pandemic. I mean, great story, right? Like, he had me from hello. And now he was ready to get back into the workforce and looking for a cybersecurity job. And of course, I'm a obnoxious marketing lady. And I said, okay, let me see your LinkedIn. Can't help myself. And I'm looking at his LinkedIn and I'm scrolling and I'm saying, okay, you got to be consistent about your content. You've got to post this and that. You've got to vary your content, right? Giving him all kinds of advice. And I was like, oh, you need to connect with this person. So looking at his contacts. Because, oh, I forgot to tell you that he's moving back to where I'm from, Rockland County, New York. So I say to him, hey, I've got contacts in New York. My whole family's in New York and New Jersey. You got to connect with me on LinkedIn. Then you got to connect with this person and this person. Then there's a pause and he says, I guess you always have to be marketing yourself. And I said to him, yes. Poor guy. It is literally 9 a.m. on a Saturday over the holidays. And he's got this crazy marketer lady in his ear screaming at him about his LinkedIn connections. But I'm telling you, as marketers, because you're a marketer, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you are a marketer. You are always marketing yourself. You are always connecting with people about who you are and what you do. And you never want to miss out on an opportunity because I want you successfully selling your courses and your programs. Because of that, I want you to be ready to promote yourself at all times. That doesn't mean it has to be sleazy, right? Because there was nothing sleazy about this encounter. It was service driven. I wanted to help this guy. Our kids are playing together. He's going back to where I'm from, Rockland County. He has an awesome story. I could tell he's a nice guy. As a marketer, that's what I want to do. I was talking to my OBM, my online business manager, Becky, and she was saying to me, I think that's what marketing is, just helping people and letting them know how you can help them. So that's how I felt. Like I was just there to help him. So if you think about it like that, like it's a service driven thing and not a sleazy thing, then I think the opportunities will come up more and more. So let's walk through the 3 ways that I want you to be prepared to market yourself next time you're on the playground or you're at a networking event or whatever it looks like, because you never know when the opportunities are going to come up. Now, first and foremost, you got to know what you're after. So I said to this guy, okay, you're looking for work. I hear you, cybersecurity. What kind of cybersecurity? Like, what kind of ideal environment are you looking for? So then he describes what he's looking for, what kind of jobs, what kind of roles, what kind of companies. And I said, okay, so what kind of people are you networking with in order to get the role that's right for you? Because I wanted that specificity. I wanted to know exactly what he was after. Paint a picture for me because that's how I can help you. And that's what people are going to connect to also, that kind of detail. Now, my friend Sal thinks I'm nuts because every time she goes to a conference, she goes to a lot of events. I say to her, okay, what's your outcome with this event? What are you hoping to get out of it? What's your top 3 takeaways that you envision for this event? What's your intention? And I want the same for you. Every time you're going to an event or a conference or a networking function, what are you really after? What's your intention? Now, this guy didn't show up on the playground looking for work, but in the back of this guy's head, he's always thinking, I'm going to find a job. I have to find work. It's top of mind for him wherever he is, because when he's not taking care of his family, he knows he's looking after a job. He needs a role. By the way, this doesn't have to feel calculated to know what your intention is. It doesn't mean you're going to walk away with clients or customers like if you're going to an event. Instead, your intention could be to help more people know about what you do, connect with some great referral partners or people you can collaborate with. It's not always about sales. In fact, a lot of times it's not about sales. It's about nurturing the person and just starting that relationship. All right, if the first way to market yourself is to know what you're after and to know what that vision is and be clear on that, the second piece that I want you to think about is how you're telling the story, your key story, your personal story that connects to what you're after. Because stories build rapport, stories connect you. We've talked about this on the podcast. I want you to listen to the interview I did with Dawn Eason if you haven't already, because this is what her husband, Bo, does. He talks about the personal connection that comes with story. People get to know you through stories. They build rapport with you through stories. It's about the connective tissue. That's what Bo says. It makes us human. So this guy, this dad, told me a story about going back to school locally and how he realized he wanted something different. But meanwhile, he's been taking care of his boys, but now he's ready for the next step. And I thought, gosh, this is such a great story. And this guy's so vulnerable that it makes me want to help him even more. So there's that connective tissue that was very evident once he told me his story. Now, he didn't have a polished story. He was just catching me up on his life, right? For you, it doesn't have to be totally polished. I just want you to have the story that connects to what you're doing with your course and why you're doing it. Some of you might be coaches or consultants right now, and you're branching off into courses and you're teaching something different. So what's the story behind that? I've been building my business for 10 plus years and I'm ready for the next step. Maybe like Heidi was talking about last week. If you haven't listened to 126, it's a great coaching episode with Heidi, who has a spa service business and is ready to teach others, other estheticians, how to grow their business. So she has a great story around her business, and now she has a passion to help others. So whatever it looks like to connect you to the next step, that's what I want you thinking about. Another great example is I had BJ on in a coaching episode, and she helps parents with kids that are behind in their milestones. And then at the very end of that episode, she tells me the story about how with her first child, she had a traumatic pregnancy And then his milestones were lagging behind and how much it hurt her and pained her. And I said to her, you got to tell this story. It's got to be all over your sales page. This is what you're about. This is your mission. So think about that too. And sharing in a way, if you're on the playground, right? In a way that's still authentic, that doesn't seem polished, like you just did a TED Talk or something, right? So you're just going to share certain details. So think about what your story is, have someone interview you or start writing down the different stories you have, just capture it, and then talk to somebody like me or a content developer and pick out, okay, what is that juicy story that really connects to your business? All right, so step one, you got to know what you're after. Many of you do know what you're after. Be clear about it. By the way, I'm talking about all these coaching podcasts I did. I did that podcast with the ingredient guru, Mira. She had that preparedness course, wasn't really what she was about. She was about the all natural ingredients. So that's why I want to make sure you know what you're about and that you're connecting it to your call to action and the right course. Step 2, tie your story to it. And then 3, make sure you have a call to action. Now, I say call to action, it's very marketing-y, right? But it doesn't need to be, again, sleazy. It doesn't need to be like all stilted. It just means next step. So for this dad, I gave him a call to action by saying, okay, give me your LinkedIn, let's sync up. By the way, sidebar, there was yet another dad there who was asking what I did, and I told him I do course creation, and he said, oh, my wife needs to talk to you. She's in marketing. She's been wanting to create a course. I'm like, all right, what's your wife's name? And then again, I went into my LinkedIn and I synced up with her because I knew that was my next step. Because I said, oh, she should listen to my podcast. So the dad's next step was to connect on LinkedIn to make sure he's building his network. Your next step might be listen to my podcast, check out my blogs, look at my videos. By the way, like I said before, it's not a sleazy next step. Listen to my podcast. It's free. It's added value. It's not like I said, hey, I have a $9.97 course, come and buy it. Why? Because I'm at the beginning of this relationship. They're just getting to know me. Just getting them to take that next step, hey, listen to the podcast, is a huge win because I'm just starting to build a relationship. And I know it could lead to referrals, sales, opportunities, but I just need to establish that relationship first. Because think about it, when you're meeting someone for the first time and if someone pops you with a sale, right? You don't like that. You want to be nurtured, you want to be loved, right? You want to be taken care of. And then you're like, where do I buy? Where do I sign? So whatever your free content is, check out my blog, video series, etc., or check out my LinkedIn, check out my Instagram. You can tell, like, I do posts all the time. I give tips every Tuesday. I do reels that give ways to improve this and that. You send them to the free content so they can get to know you and love you. Like I love you, right? So you're gonna know what you're after. You've got your great story that gives you that connective tissue. And then you know the next step, the non-sleazy added value next step. Okay, well, hopefully this resonated with you guys. Leave me a review. I love seeing your reviews, by the way. It makes my freaking day. So leave me a review and let me know how this podcast is impacting you. And if you want to work with me, if you've been listening to the coaching episodes or you're thinking, hey, I would love to collaborate with Gina, download my game plan for thinking about how to create a best-selling course. I'll link to that in the show notes. And then if you're ready to build out your course and really work with me, then think about joining the 6-week accelerator. I've got that bonus one-to-one that's included right now where you get to sit down with me and map out where you want to go. I just had one a couple days ago where I had somebody who said, hey, I know my course idea. I have an idea of where I want to go, but that's it. And then we mapped out, okay, you have a starter course into a group coaching program into this. And it became clear from sitting down together in this one-to-one. So check it out. I'll link to that in the show notes as well. Join me next week. I've got a special treat, special guest. Leslie Jane Seymour is here. She is a legendary editor of Marie Claire and amazing publications. And we're going to sit down and talk about what happens when you go offline to online. It is a great interview. You're not going to want to miss it. Until then, go create, be you and be brilliant, and get it done.